Hello everybody, Super Goal 6, Unit 4, Who Used My Toothpaste, 9 reading, pages 44 and 45. Now let's take a look at the objectives. Number 1, read and answer the given questions. Number 2, read and give the meaning of the new words. And number 3, discuss the lesson. راح نقرأ عشان نجاوب على الأسئلة، راح نقرأ وكذلك نعطي المعنى الصحيح للكلمات الجديدة، برضو راح نناقش الدرس. So the title of this given reading passage is Complaints. Please move on to pages number 44 and 45. عنوان درس القراءة راح يكون Complaints اللي هو معناها الشكاوي. Please move on to pages number 44 and 45. And before we start reading and discussing the given complaints, let's take a look at the vocabulary very quickly. Now the first one is let out, which means express yourself freely. Find out means learn. Clean up means make things neat. Give back means return. Call up means phone. And give up means let someone have. Give up. Now, I want you to think of the 3 things that other people do that irritate you the most. And I want you to compare your list with a partner. أبغاكم تفكرون في 3 أشياء يفعلها الآخرين تزعجك أكثر شيء. بعدها ممكن تقارنون القائمة حقتكم مع قائمة زميل أو شريك آخر لكم في الصف. So right now, please move on to pages number 44 and 45. Now, I'd like you to look at the picture here at the top of the page. And I want to ask you what the teenager is saying. Okay, what is he saying? Now, why do you think he keeps saying like? Now, also, I'd like you to take a look at the picture at the bottom of the page. Now, what is the person doing in the picture? And why is he doing it? Now, what is the voice he hears telling him to do? Okay? Now, also, I'd like you to take a look at the format of the reading. Now, where would you see this reading? Yes, it is a website. Now, what do you think the purpose of this website is? Yes, obviously, from the title, it is for complaints, للشكاوي. So, right now, please move on to pages number 44 and 45 and get ready to listen to these complaints or these given complaints. And afterwards, we will be discussing each one of them in details. Okay? And don't forget, after listening to these given complaints, I want to know which of these complaints you cannot stand, which one drives you crazy, and which one really gets under your skin. So get ready to listen, and as I said, we will be discussing them later on.
9. Reading.
Complaints. What can't you stand? What drives you crazy? What really gets under your skin? Do you have a complaint? Let it out. Here's your forum. Add your complaint to the list.
Standing in line at checkout counters at the supermarket.
Listening to people talking on their cell phones in restaurants. It's annoying.
When people talk on their cell phones and drive.
People who use words like cool and stuff all the time. Also, people who use the word like all the time in conversation. The word takes the place of adjectives, nouns, and intelligence.
Rushing to the phone and finding out it's a telemarketer who's calling. People who lost weight and now try to control what others eat.
People who are always late and people who are late and don't apologize.
When salespeople try to talk you into buying something you don't want or need.
Now let's discuss what you have listened to so far. So here, do you have a complaint? Let it out. Here is your forum. Add your complaint to the list. So what is a forum? A forum is actually a place where people can express their opinions. In Arabic, a forum means منتدى. Alright? Now let's take a look at the first complaint. Standing in line at checkout counters at the supermarket. Some people find this annoying. البعض ينزعج لما مثلا يضطر للوقوف في صف في السوبر ماركت لما مثلا يعني بيقومون بعملية الشراء at checkout counters. Now, listening to people talking on their cell phones in a restaurant, it's annoying. الاستماع لبعض الأشخاص مثلا يتكلمون على هاتفهم المحمول في المطاعم, it's annoying. Actually, this is not only annoying, but it is impolite. Alright? Now, when people talk on their cell phones and drive, this is, of course, not only annoying, but it's dangerous and risky. لما مثلا بعض الأشخاص يتحدثون على هاتفهم الخليوي أو الهاتف المحمول ويقودون السيارة. طبعا هذا مش فقط مزعج، برضو يعتبر خطر وكذلك يعتبر يعني dangerous or risky. Now, people who use words like cool and stuff all the time, also people who use the word like all the time in conversation, the word takes the place of adjectives, nouns and intelligence. في بعض الأشخاص مثلا يكررون بعض الكلمات باستمرار في محادثتهم حتى مثلا مو موقع استخدام هذه الكلمة، مثلا كلمة cool، كلمة like. طبعا the word takes the place of adjectives, nouns and intelligence. Now, if I may ask you, what does a person mean by the word takes the place of intelligent? So here, he or she is actually implying that people who use like a lot sound stupid. هنا يعني تسخر منهم أو يسخر منهم يعني الأشخاص اللي يستخدمون مثل كلمة cool ومثلا كلمة like معظم الوقت يبدون أغبياء. Now, rushing to the phone and finding out that it's a telemarketer who's calling. Now, who's a telemarketer? Telemarketer is actually someone who calls people to sell things. الأشخاص اللي يسوقون عادة على التليفون. Now, do telemarketers ever call you? هل سبق وأن مثلا كلمك أحد من telemarketers? Now, what time of the day do they call? في أي وقت عادة يكلمونك باليوم? Now, also, what kind of things do they try to sell? Alright, now let's move on to the next thing. People who lost weight and now try to control what others eat. بعض الأشخاص مثلا يفقدون وزن زائد أو يفقدون وزنهم ويحاولون إنهم to control or sometimes even to judge people based on what they eat. Okay, some people find this annoying. Now, people who are always late and people who are late and do not apologize. الأشخاص اللي مثلا يتأخرون باستمرار وبرضو الأشخاص اللي يتأخرون وما يعتذرون. This is also annoying. Now, when sale people try to talk you into buying something you do not need or you do not want or need. أحيانا السيل people يحاولون يقنعونك بشراء سلع لا تريدها وأحيانا not needed. Okay? Now, let's move on to the next complaints. Okay, so get ready to listen to the rest of the complaints, and of course later on we will be discussing each one of them in details as we did with the previous ones.
People who don't say please and thank you.
When people enter a door or an elevator and don't hold it open for the person who is right behind them.
I can't stand people who chew with their mouths open.
It drives me insane when I call up a company and I get press 1 for A, 2 for B, 3 for C, and so on. Or the common assurance, your call will be answered in the order it was received. And then you have to wait forever while they put you on hold.
When people don't give up their subway or bus seats to seniors or to those with disabilities.
People who stand in the way of others who want to use an escalator or doorway.
People who change the TV channel without asking when someone else is clearly watching.
People who stand in someone else's line of sight in front of the TV during the last 30 seconds of any show or game.
People who borrow stuff without asking and don't give it back.
When someone constantly interrupts you while you're speaking.
When people leave a pile of dirty dishes in the kitchen for others to clean up.
Okay, so right now we have listened to the rest of the complaints and let's take a look at each one of them individually. Now, people who do not say please and thank you. طبعا الأشخاص اللي ما يقولوا مثلا لو سمحت أو شكرا. This is of course not only annoying, but again, it is impolite. Now, when people enter a door or an elevator and do not hold it open for the person who is right behind them. Alright? So actually people do this often. They do not hold the door open. They should actually, but instead they slap the door into your face. This is, again, impolite and also annoying. Now, I cannot stand people who chew with their mouths open. طبعا البعض مثلا ممكن يمضغ الطعام with their mouths open. This is not and also impolite and annoying and sometimes drives people crazy. Now, it drives me insane when I call up a company and I get press 1 for A, 2 for B, 3 for C, and so on. Or the common assurance, your call will be answered in the order it was received. And then you have to wait forever while they put you on hold. طبعا كثير مثلا يعني مثلا تكلم شركة معينة وممكن يطلبونك مثلا اللي هو يرد عليك الرد الآلي خبرك press 1 for A, 2 for B and so on. طبعا this is annoying because you have to wait for a long time and actually sometimes it's not only annoying برضو يعني تستهلك كثير من الوقت. Okay. Now, when you put someone on hold, what do you make them do? Okay, so actually wait on the phone for someone to answer. Okay, طبعا when you put someone on hold, what do you make them do? طبعا عادة مثلا تخلي الآخر يعني هم on hold عشان يعني أحد يرد عليهم. Okay, طبعا حسب استقبال المكالمة. Now, when people do not give up their subway or bus seats to seniors or those with disabilities. طبعا مثلا كثير this is a common scene يعني منظر شائع مثلا you get into a bus أو مثلا subway اللي هو مترو الأنفاق وما يتخلون بعضهم عن الكرسي لكبار السن واللي عندهم disabilities مثلا blindness and so. Okay. Now, people who stand in the way of others who want to use an escalator or doorway. Some people actually just يعني stand up and block your way. ممكن people who stand in the way of others who want to use an escalator or doorway. Actually, this is one of the things that I find myself annoying. Now, people who change the TV channel without asking when someone else is clearly watching. when someone else is obviously watching with you, you have to ask them before changing the TV channel, okay? Because people sometimes find this annoying. Now, people who stand in someone else's line of sight in front of the TV during the last 30 seconds of any show or game. اوكي بعضهم ممكن يقفون في مرمى الرؤية أو مثلا في السايت أمام الأشخاص اللي مثلا يريدون يشوفون آخر 30 ثانية من مثلا show أو game. Now, people who borrow stuff without asking and do not give it back. طبعا في كثير من الناس يستعملون الأشياء بدون إرجاعها وبدون حتى ما يستأذنون. Alright, so of course you have to ask for permission before borrowing something from someone, and also you have to of course give it back because some people find this annoying. Now, when someone constantly interrupts you while you're speaking, this is annoying. طبعا في كثير من الأشخاص يحبون مثلا يقاطعون الآخرين لما يتحدثون. This is annoying. So you have to ask for permission before you speak, of course. And you have to, of course, listen to others when they speak, and you do not have to, of course, you shouldn't actually interrupt them while they speak. Now, when people leave a pile of dirty dishes in the kitchen for others to clean up. Some people leave a lot of dirty dishes, كثير من الأطباق المتسخة in the sink. طبعا ينتظرون الآخرين إنهم يعني ينظفونهم بالنيابة عنهم. This is annoying, of course. Now, right now, we have discussed each complaint in details. And right now, let's move on to the after reading questions. Now, A, you're supposed to match the two-word verbs with their meanings. Now, let out, we have already discussed these words, but let's go through them one more time. Let out means express yourself freely. Find out means learn. Clean up means make things neat. Give back means return. Call up means phone. And give up means let someone have. Now, B, you are supposed to write 3 expressions that mean to irritate. 3 كلمات مقصود فيها منزعج. Drive you crazy, get under your skin, and annoy. All of these expressions mean the same, which is to irritate. Now, answer true or false about the complaints in the forum. Now, number 1, in general, people disapprove of the following. People talking on cell phones in public places, this is true. People on a diet, this is false. Actually, it's not people who are on a diet, it's people who try actually to control what others eat. Now, people who do not wait their turn, true, of course. People who do the dishes right after a meal, false. Now, people using an escalator instead of the stairs, this is false. Now, let's take a look at the discussion. Now, which of the things listed in the reading do you think show bad manners? إيش من اللي ذكرت يعني الcomplaints اللي ذكرت في القراءة توضح أو تعطي انطباع أن هذا bad manners يعني تصرفات سيئة. Now, compare and discuss your complaints with your classmates. ممكن تقارنون وبرضو تناقشون complaints مع زملائكم بالصف. Now, what is the most common complaint in your class? ممكن تذكرون لي شنو أكثر شكوى شائعة among your class. ممكن تتركونها لي في comment box below. Now, 10, the project. You are supposed to المشروع مطلوب to interview 1 or 2 young people who have left home to attend college. Find out what they missed most about home. Present your findings to the class. ممكن تعملوا مقابلة إلى شخص أو شخصين غادروا منازلهم إلى الكلية، وأبغى مطلوب منكم to find out تجدون معلومات عن إيش الأشياء اللي يفتقدونها أكثر شيء في المنزل، وبعدها مفروض إنه to present your findings to the class. So that's it. We have reached the end of the lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed our lesson. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, and hit the like button. Till next time, have a good one.